Good afternoon, students. Today I will continue with the chemical bonding chapter. Previous day I have discussed about electrovalent bonds and electrovalent compounds. Today I will discuss with covalent bond and covalent compounds. Covalent compounds or covalent bonds. What did we find in case of electrovalent bonds? The atom of one element is donating electron and another is taking up electron. But in case of covalent bond, what do we find? That both of the elements are sharing electrons, keeping them in between. In case of electrovalent bond also we found that electropositive element is combining with electronegative element. Here both the elements are electronegative in nature. So first point is sharing of electrons. Sharing of electrons. Second is both the elements are electronegative. In nature. So how the covalent bonds are formed, as I have told you earlier also, there is a sharing of electrons. So generally these covalent bonds are of three types: single covalent bond, double covalent bond and triple covalent bonds. So in case of single covalent bond, we'll find the sharing of one pair of electrons. What are shared here? Pair of electrons. Electron pairs are shared in between the two atoms. Pair of electrons. So when the pair of electron is one pair, one covalent bond, two pairs, double covalent, two covalent bonds, or three electron pairs, three covalent bonds. So depending upon the number of pairs of electrons shared in between two atoms, they are divided or classified into three groups. Single covalent bond, this one is one covalent, means single covalent bond, two double covalent bond and three triple covalent bonds. Now I will show you how the bonds are formed between the two atoms. So in case of hydrogen chloride, HCl, the hydrogen and chlorine atoms are involved in bond formation. So atomic number of hydrogen is 1, its electronic configuration is 1. Chlorine atoms atomic number is 17, electronic configuration is 2, 8, 7. So what is happening here? Hydrogen has only one electron. So I am putting one cross sign above hydrogen to signify the hydrogen electron, and now chlorine's electrons will be, I am giving by putting dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 electrons. What will happen during the covalent bond formation? Hydrogen will keep its one electron in between hydrogen and chlorine. Chlorine will also keep its one electron in between hydrogen and chlorine, and chlorine atom will now have 3, 4, 5 and 6 electrons, and these two electrons in the middle of hydrogen and chlorine will be shared by both hydrogen and chlorine. These two electrons will be shared by both hydrogen and chlorine. So what is happening here? Hydrogen has two electrons now. After sharing, hydrogen has two electrons and it is attaining its duplet configuration. And chlorine has 6 electrons, 7 and 8. Now chlorine is attaining its octet configuration. Thus both will become stable after sharing. So why the bond is formed here? In case of covalent bond, why the any type of bond, why the bond is formed between the two atoms? To get the stability. They will try to have the stable electronic configuration. So the bonds are forming here. So hydrogen is attaining helium's configuration, duplet configuration. It is getting stable, and at the same time chlorine is also having 8 octet configuration and getting stable. Thus, now, so I have already discussed that covalent bonds are of 3 types. Single covalent bond, I am showing here single covalent bond, how it is forming here. And now come to the double covalent bonds. Covalent bonds, students, can be formed between two similar atoms. In case of gaseous substances, in between two similar atoms, the covalent bonds can be formed, like Cl2, O2, N2, etc. And I am showing O2 configuration, how in case of O2, double covalent bond is formed. So I am showing the structure of oxygen, how the double bond is formed between two oxygen atoms. Oxygen atomic number is 8. Its electronic configuration is 2,6. Another oxygen atom also EC is 2,6. Now first oxygen atom, in case of another oxygen atom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Here I am not using any cross sign because both are from the same element. Both are atoms of the same elements. That's why. So now this hydrogen, first one will keep 2 electrons in between, and second one is keeping 2 electrons. Now how many electrons are there here? 4 electrons, and here also 4 electrons are there. They will remain as same. They will remain same. They will not come in between. Only this oxygen will give one pair of electron, and this oxygen is keeping here one pair of electron. And now this pair of electrons, 2 pairs, will be shared between 2 oxygen atoms equally. Now here how many electrons in case of this oxygen? 4 of its own, and again 2 pairs, like 4 electrons from shared pair. So it is also attaining octet configuration. For this oxygen atom also 4 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 electrons. It is also having the octet configuration. That how the oxygen atom is formed. This is the sign for double covalent bond. We are getting the oxygen atom like this. Now I will show you the triple covalent bonds. Nitrogen and its atomic number 7. Its electronic configuration is 2, 5. Nitrogen, another nitrogen atom, electronic configuration 2, 5. Now when they are coming closer to one another, first one nitrogen atom is keeping 3 electrons in between, second one is also keeping 3 electrons in between, and here how the bond is formed? 2 electrons of their own and 3 shared pair. 3 shared pair means 6 electrons plus 2. This nitrogen atom is getting octet configuration. This one is also getting octet configuration. 3 to the 6 plus 2, 8. Now how the triple covalent bond is written? By giving 3 straight lines. This is the sign for triple covalent bond. Now I am coming to the condition necessary for covalent bond formation. Number 1, conditions necessary. Conditions for forming covalent bonds. Number 1, both the atoms should be electronegative. Both the atoms should be electronegative in nature. Number 2, electronegativity difference is very less. Electronegativity difference will be very less. Very less means electronegative, there should be no electronegativity difference or very less electronegativity difference. Very less or no electronegativity difference. Next, number 3 point is none of them should be electropositive. None of them should be electropositive. Four, both of them must have high ionization potential. Ionization potential or ionization energy. Fifth point, both of them should have high nuclear charge and small atomic radius. So, what are the conditions for formation of covalent bonds? Both the atoms should be electronegative in nature. As I have already told you earlier that both of them should be electronegative. If any of them is electropositive, then that question will come of donating or accepting electron, transferring of electrons. Those will not happen in case of covalent bond formation. There they must have same electronegativity, or I have written here same type of electronegativity and or very less electronegativity difference between the two. None of them should electropositive. Electropositive, if the question of electropositivity comes, then only the transfer or donation or losing or gaining electrons will happen. Then electrovalent bond will occur instead of equivalent type of bond. Both of them must have the high ionization potential. Same thing, if ionization potential of both of them is very high, then electrons will not come out, or the atoms will not lose electrons or gain electrons. There will be only sharing. Both of them should have high nuclear charge. When they have high nuclear charge, they will attract the electrons in their shells tightly towards the center of the atom. So these are the conditions for formation of covalent bonds. Now I will show you some examples of covalent bond formation in case of different molecules. Coming to the water molecule, we know water molecule H2O. Hydrogen and oxygen are the two combining atoms. Hydrogen electronic configuration 1, oxygen 8, electronic configuration 2, 6. Now what is happening? Oxygen 6 electrons in outermost shell and 2 electrons here. Now hydrogen's electron will be different, will have different symbol that of oxygen. So I am giving it, representing it by putting one cross sign. Another hydrogen atom, I am putting one cross sign. And now what will happen? These 2 electrons and these 2 electrons will be shared equally between hydrogen and oxygen. Thus hydrogen will have its duplet configuration and get stable, and this hydrogen is also getting stable by having duplet configuration. Oxygen, how many electrons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So oxygen also having 8 electrons in its outermost shell and attaining octet stability. Thus the water molecule is formed. Oxygen, 2 lone pairs. Lone pairs means those who are not participating in bond formation. These electrons are known as bonding pair of electrons, and these electrons are known as the lone pairs. Why? They are not participating in bond formation. Now what we are getting? 2 covalent bonds and 2 hydrogen here, 2 hydrogen. And these are the lone pairs. Thus this is how the hydrogen water molecule is formed by the covalent bond formation. Now I am coming to the bond formation in case of ammonia molecule. Ammonia, NH3. What are the combining atoms? Nitrogen, hydrogen. Nitrogen, atomic number 7, 2, 5. Oxygen, hydrogen, atomic number 1. EC 1. Now nitrogen, how many electrons are there? 5 electrons in outermost shell. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now hydrogen, for hydrogen I am putting cross sign for representing the electron. Now how the 3 hydrogen atoms and 1 nitrogen atom is forming the bond. So these two electrons are shared in between this hydrogen and this nitrogen. In between these two electrons are shared, and in between these two electrons are shared. For each of the hydrogen atom, we are finding that each hydrogen atom is attaining duplet configuration like that of helium and getting stable, and nitrogen which is attaining octet configuration 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Nitrogen will have thus octet configuration forming ammonia molecule like nitrogen, hydrogen here, hydrogen, 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 and one lone pair which is not, what is the lone pair? Which is not participating in the bond formation. So thus the ammonia molecule is formed in between nitrogen and 3 hydrogen atoms by formation of covalent bonds. Now I will show you the formation of methane molecule. How the methane molecule is formed. CH4. Combining atoms, carbon and hydrogen. Carbon atomic number 6. Electronic configuration 2, 4. Hydrogen 1. Carbon, how many electrons? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hydrogen again by cross sign. Hydrogen again by cross sign. And putting here the electrons in between, and thus how the bond is formed? By sharing of electron pairs. One pair of electron, one pair of electron, one pair of electron. Thus hydrogen is having duplet configuration. Each hydrogen atom is having duplet configurations, and carbon is getting its octet configuration 2 plus 2 4 plus 2 6 plus 2 8. Like this methane molecule is formed. This is the methane molecule. These are the single bonds. One pair of electron, single bond. So thus you can draw for different molecules, different types of covalent bonds are formed. They may be single, double or triple. I am showing one double covalent bond formation in between 2 carbon atoms. Thus formula of the compound is C2H4, ethene. Ethene. Organic compound. Combining atoms are carbon and hydrogen. Ec, carbon's atomic number is 6. Hydrogen 1, Ec is 2, 4. Hydrogen's Ec is 1. Like that, carbon, 2 carbon atoms are here. I am drawing for drawing two carbon atoms first, then putting the carbons, electrons here like this, and for each hydrogen atom putting one, giving one cross sign for representing one electron. Then how many hydrogen atoms are here? 4 hydrogen atoms. So 4 hydrogen atoms will stay like this, and what will happen? These two atoms, carbon will keep in between two carbon atoms. This carbon is keeping 2 electrons, this carbon is keeping 2 electrons in between. So, 2 bonds are formed in between 2 carbon atoms. One single bond, single bond, single bond and single bond. So, this is the example, this molecule is the example of the combination of both the single bond and double bonds are present in this molecule. So, what is the compound? How is the compound written as? Showing the bonds like this. C double bond, C, hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen and hydrogen here. All are single covalent bond, but the carbon in between two carbon atoms we are getting double covalent bonds. This is the ethene. Now, what are the characteristics of covalent bonds and covalent compounds? What are the covalent compounds? Covalent compounds are those which are formed by covalent bond formation. The atoms are linked together by covalent bonds. So, those are known as covalent compounds. What are the nature of covalent compounds? The characteristics of covalent compound? First point is nature. This is what I am giving you, the characteristics of covalent compounds. Characteristics of covalent compounds. Number 1, nature. Covalent compounds are generally liquid and solid. They are not liquid and gaseous substances. In case of electrovalent compounds, I have told you that they are always solid in nature. In case of covalent compounds, they are liquid or gases. Number 2, melting points and boiling points. Melting points and boiling points. So, one thing you should know that in case of electrovalent bond, the bond strength is very high. The bond is very strong. But in case of covalent bonds are not very strong. So, what will happen? We will have to put lower heat energy to break the bond or to make the substance. And same in the case of the formation of gaseous substance. That is, for the boiling points also it is very low. So melting points and boiling points in case of covalent compounds are very low. Number 3, electrical conductivity. Electrical conductivity in case of covalent compounds are also very less, because covalent compounds will not give the ions. They will always remain as molecules, undissociated molecules in their aqueous solutions. So, as there is no ion is available, free ion is available in the solution. So, the electrical conductivity in case of covalent compounds are also very less. Then I am coming to solubility. 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 The ions are not available. They remain as molecules. So there is no bond between H plus or OH minus ions in the water. So solubility of covalent compounds are also very less. And number 5 point is availability of or reactivity. Reactivity in aqueous solution. Aqueous solution means solution in water. Reactivity will be very less. Why? Because no ions are formed in the aqueous solution. So these should be the characteristics of covalent compounds. So students, this is all about today's lesson. I will come again with another part of chemical bonding in my next class. Thank you very much.